A yield sign indicates. A complete stop is always required. B. Slow down and give the right-of-way to other vehicles or pedestrians. C. Speed up to merge with traffic. D. Proceed only if no traffic is visible. Answer B. Yield signs require drivers to slow down and give the right-of-way as necessary. A bike box is used to A. Allow cyclists to move ahead of vehicles at intersections. B. Provide storage for bicycles. C. Indicate a no-passing zone for vehicles. D. Serve as a parking area for cyclists. Answer A. Bike boxes allow cyclists to position themselves ahead of vehicles at intersections for better visibility. What is the purpose of a solid white line on the road? A. To separate traffic moving in opposite directions. B. To indicate the edge of the road or lane. C. To mark passing zones. D. To separate turn lanes. Answer B. Solid white lines mark the edge of the road or travel lanes. When merging onto a freeway. A. Stop at the end of the ramp and wait for a gap. B. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. C. Yield only to large vehicles. D. Use your horn to alert other drivers. Answer B. Drivers should adjust their speed to match traffic flow when merging. Oregon's basic speed law requires drivers to A. Follow the posted speed limit at all times. B. Drive at maximum speed in good weather. C. Maintain the same speed as other vehicles. D. Adjust their speed based on conditions like traffic and weather. Answer D. The basic speed law mandates adjusting speed to suit driving conditions. What does a stop here for pedestrians sign mean? A. Stop only if a crossing guard is present. B. Stop at the stop line when a pedestrian is in the crosswalk. C. Stop at least 50 feet before the crosswalk. D. Stop only for pedestrians walking slowly. Answer B. Sign directs drivers to stop at the stop line to ensure pedestrian safety in crosswalks. If a vehicle behind you is following too closely, you should A. Increase your speed to create more distance. B. Brake suddenly to warn the driver. C. Reduce speed gradually and encourage the driver to pass. D. Move to the left lane immediately. Answer C. Slowing down encourages tailgaters to pass safely without creating additional risks. On a multi-lane freeway, slower vehicles should A. Use the leftmost lane. B. Stay in the middle lane. C. Keep to the rightmost lane. D. Alternate between lanes to avoid congestion. Answer C. Slower vehicles should stay in the rightmost lane to allow faster-moving traffic to pass safely. When parking uphill with a curb, drivers should A. Turn the wheels toward the curb. B. Turn the wheels away from the curb. C. Keep the wheels straight. D. Leave the wheels turned in either direction. Answer B. Turning the wheels away from the curb ensures the car rolls into the curb if the brakes fail. A dotted white line indicates A. Passing is prohibited. B. Lane transitions or exit-only lanes. C. A two-way traffic flow. D. A bike lane boundary. Answer B. Dotted white lines guide drivers to transitions such as merging lanes or exit-only lanes. Large vehicles making a turn may A. Need to swing wide or use multiple lanes. B. Stay entirely within their lane. C. Make tighter turns than smaller vehicles. D. Ignore traffic rules at intersections. Answer A. Large vehicles may require additional space and multiple lanes to make safe turns. A vehicle displaying a diamond-shaped placard in the rear is likely A. A vehicle carrying hazardous materials. B. A vehicle used for construction work. C. A high-occupancy vehicle. D. A slow-moving vehicle. Answer A. Diamond-shaped placards identify vehicles carrying hazardous materials for safety purposes. At an uncontrolled T intersection. A. The driver on the through road has the right-of-way. B. The driver on the ending road has the right-of-way. C. Vehicles must alternate turns to proceed. D. Pedestrians do not have the right-of-way. Answer A. Drivers on the through road have the right-of-way at T intersections. A solid double yellow line in the center of a two-lane road means A. Passing is allowed in both directions. B. Passing is prohibited in both directions. C. Passing is allowed for emergency vehicles only. D. You may turn left across the lines when safe. Answer D. Drivers may turn left across double yellow lines when it is safe to do so. In a collision with an emergency vehicle, drivers may A. Be fined heavily and lose their license. B. Be excused if they were driving carefully. C. Claim insurance for emergency vehicle damage. D. Face criminal charges if negligence is proven. Answer A. Failure to yield to emergency vehicles can result in significant fines and loss of driving privileges. School speed zones with flashing yellow lights are active. A. During school hours only. B. Anytime the yellow lights are flashing. C. Only when children are visible. D. Between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. Answer B. Flashing yellow lights indicate active school speed zones, regardless of the time of day. When merging into freeway traffic, you must A. Enter at the same speed as freeway traffic. B. Yield to traffic already on the freeway. C. Signal and enter without hesitation. D. Stop at the end of the ramp if no gaps are visible. Answer B. Drivers must yield to freeway traffic while adjusting their speed to match. A keep right sign indicates A. An upcoming lane closure. B. A division in the road requiring drivers to stay to the right. C. A one-way traffic flow. D. An area designated for large vehicles only. Answer B. A keep right sign informs drivers to stay to the right due to an obstruction or division in the road. If a police officer signals you to pull over, you should A. Accelerate to find a safe parking spot. B. Stop immediately in the middle of the road. C. Signal, pull over safely, and remain in the vehicle. D. Exit the vehicle to show compliance. Answer C. Drivers should signal, pull over safely, and stay in the vehicle unless instructed otherwise. Drivers approaching a railroad crossing with a lowered gate must A. Cross quickly before the train arrives. B. Stop at least 15 feet away and wait for the gate to rise. C. Drive around the gate if no train is visible. D. Stop only if flashing lights are active. Answer B. Drivers must stop at least 15 feet from lowered gates and wait until the crossing is clear. When driving in icy conditions, you should A. Increase speed to avoid skidding. B. Drive at a slower, consistent speed. C. Use cruise control to maintain stability. D. Brake sharply to test traction. Answer B. Maintaining a slower, consistent speed reduces the risk of losing control on icy roads. Drivers must turn on headlights. A. At sunset. B. When visibility is less than 1,000 feet. C. Only when driving in tunnels. D. During rain but not fog. Answer B. Oregon law requires headlights to be used when visibility is below 1,000 feet. When entering a curve, drivers should A. Speed up to avoid skidding. B. Drive in the center of the curve for better control. C. Use cruise control to ensure stability. D. Slow down before entering and maintain a safe speed. Answer D. Slowing down before entering a curve allows for better control and safer navigation. If an oncoming vehicle is drifting into your lane, you should A. Speed up and honk to alert the driver. B. Flash your headlights repeatedly to warn the driver. C. Brake firmly and steer toward the shoulder if needed. D. Stay in your lane and wait for the other vehicle to adjust. Answer: C. Braking and steering toward the shoulder help avoid head-on collisions. A driver must stop for a pedestrian. A. Only if the pedestrian is in a marked crosswalk. B. When the pedestrian is in their lane or adjacent lanes. C. If the pedestrian waves for the driver to stop. D. Only when children are present. Answer: B. Drivers must stop when a pedestrian is in their lane or an adjacent lane, even in unmarked crosswalks. When approaching a vehicle stopped at a crosswalk, drivers should A. Stop and wait for the pedestrian to cross. B. Pass carefully on the left. C. Honk to alert pedestrians. D. Proceed if no pedestrians are visible. Answer: A. A stopped vehicle at a crosswalk may be waiting for a pedestrian, requiring other drivers to stop as well. A flashing yellow arrow indicates A. A protected turn without yielding. B. A turn is allowed after yielding to traffic and pedestrians. C. The light is malfunctioning. D. A stop is required before turning. Answer: B. A flashing yellow arrow allows turns after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Drivers must use turn signals. A. Only when turning at intersections. B. At least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. C. Only when other vehicles are nearby. D. Immediately after completing a turn. Answer: B. Oregon law requires signaling at least 100 feet before making a turn or lane change. In a work zone with reduced speed limits, drivers must A. Follow the posted speed limit regardless of workers' presence. B. Drive at a comfortable speed. C. Ignore speed limits during off-peak hours. D. Only slow down when workers are visible. Answer: A. Reduced speed limits in work zones are enforceable regardless of workers' presence. Drivers approaching a roundabout should A. Stop before entering. B. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. C. Enter at high speed to merge quickly. D. Drive alongside other vehicles within the roundabout. Answer: B. Traffic inside the roundabout has the right-of-way, and entering drivers must yield. Drivers must yield to transit buses. A. Only at intersections. B. Under no circumstances. C. Only if the bus is signaling left. D. When the bus is pulling back into traffic. Answer: D. Drivers must yield to transit buses re-entering traffic from a bus stop. On a freeway, if traffic ahead is slowing down, you should A. Accelerate to clear the congestion. B. Change lanes without signaling. C. Tap your brakes lightly to alert drivers behind you. D. Stop suddenly to avoid a collision. Answer: C. Tapping the brakes lightly alerts following drivers to slow down safely. When exiting a freeway, you should A. Slow down on the freeway before the exit ramp. B. Maintain speed until you are on the exit ramp. C. Use hazard lights to signal your exit. D. Stop briefly on the ramp to assess traffic. Answer: B. Drivers should maintain speed on the freeway and slow down only on the exit ramp. When driving in heavy rain, your tires may lose traction. You should A. Drive at a reduced speed and avoid sudden movements. B. Speed up to avoid hydroplaning. C. Use cruise control to maintain consistent speed. D. Shift to a higher gear for better control. Answer: A. Reduced speed and smooth movements help prevent hydroplaning during heavy rain. Oregon law requires the use of safety belts. A. Only for front seat passengers. B. Only on highways. C. Only for children under 12 years old. D. For all occupants in the vehicle. Answer D. Safety belts are mandatory for all vehicle occupants under Oregon law.